welcome to my big backyard book club. I am here with Jay.
Hello there.
And Adam.
Hi.
So, Adam, do you play hockey?
Yeah.
You do?
Yep.
So you must like hockey.
Yep.
How long have you played for?
All the time.
Yeah, you play all the time? And have you played since you were little?
Yeah.
Oh, hey, Adam, what color is your costume, your uniform?
White
All white.
and blue.
White and blue.
Yeah.
Hey, like
me.
you. Yes, just like you, Jay. So you play ice hockey or do you play street hockey
Street hockey.
with your friends?
Yeah.
Must be a lot of fun.
Yeah.
That's great. Well, I have a story called The Hockey Card, and I think you're going to really enjoy it. So, The Hockey Card is my story from my book club, and it is written by Jack Simiatiki and Avi Slodovnik,
Wow.
and it is illustrated by Doris Barrett.
Ooh. You ready,
Yeah.
Adam?
Last Saturday was my birthday, and my Uncle Jack came over to watch the hockey game with me and my dad. At the end of the first period, Uncle Jack announced that he'd found his old hockey cards. He and my dad were really excited. When it was time for bed, Uncle Jack came to tuck me in. I have a story to tell you, he said. It's about the best hockey card I ever had. Adam, do you have any hockey cards?
Yeah, one.
Oh, you do? Lucky you. How about you, Jay? Do you have any hockey cards?
Oh, yeah, I have one too, Giselle, and there's a picture of a guy holding a stick, and he's wearing something on his head. Adam, do you know what that is?
Helmet.
A helmet, yeah. A hockey helmet.
Lucky you. You have a card too. When Uncle Jack was a kid, all the boys at his school collected hockey cards. They traded them too and played flipping and tossing games like odds or evens and closest to the wall. They played to try to win cards from each other. Every boy wanted to have the most cards. In class, the minutes dragged until recess. As soon as the bell rang, everyone rushed into the hallway and down the stairs. They couldn't wait to get outside.
Oh, wowee.
One day, Sylvester Cornpot challenged Uncle Jack to a game of odds or evens, winner take all. Sylvester was the biggest hockey card shark in the whole school. Everyone was afraid to play him, even Uncle Jack. But he knew if he refused, the boys would call him Chicken. Uncle Jack agreed to meet Sylvester at lunchtime. They would play until one of them had won all of the other one's cards. When the lunch bell rang, Uncle Jack walked on shaky legs to the schoolyard. Sylvester looked him in the eye and said, "I'm odds, you're evens." Facing each other, they began to play. At first, it seemed like the match could go either way. Sylvester won some of Uncle Jack's cards, then Uncle Jack won some of Sylvester's cards. But as the crowd around them grew, there was a shift in the game. Sylvester began winning more and more of Uncle Jack's cards. Ooh. Uncle Jack had a terrible feeling in the pit of his stomach. He was down to his last two cards, and there was no way he could win the other ones back. To make matters worse, some of the boys were laughing at him. One kid even shouted, "Sucker!" Uncle Jack flipped and lost. That left him with only one card. Uh-oh. But it wasn't just any card. It was his favorite. It was a card of Maurice the Rocket Richard, the greatest hockey player who ever lived.
Hold on a second. Rocket?
Yes.
Well, Adam, he was a rocket? Like he flew up in the sky?
No. Do you know why they called Maurice Rocket Richard? Do you know why they called him the Rocket?
No.
Because he was very fast.
Oh, that makes sense.
So do you have a favorite hockey team, by the way? Adam?
Toronto.
You like the Toronto Maple Leafs?
Yeah.
Yeah? And how about you, Jay? Do you have a favorite hockey team?
Well, yeah, the Toronto Maple Leafs are pretty good, but I myself am a huge fan of the, of course, Toronto Blue Jays. Oh, yeah. They're awesome.
Jay,
Yeah?
the Toronto Blue Jays are a baseball team.
Oh.
But maybe you like the Detroit Red Wings.
Wings? A team that has wings? Oh, well, you know they'll probably be one of my favorites.
Yeah, I thought they might be.
What happens next, Giselle?
Well, Uncle Jack felt like crying. If he lost, he would never see his Rocket Richard card again. But he had agreed to play winner take all. Pretending to scratch his forehead, he lifted the card to his lips and kissed it quickly, hoping no one would see. Why do you think he's kissing the card?
So he can keep it.
Yeah, maybe he's kissing it for good luck.
Yeah.
Let's hope it's not a goodbye kiss. Yeah, because he really wants to keep his special hockey card, right?
Hey, he loves it.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, because he loves it.
Yeah.
That's probably right. Uncle Jack held his breath and let the card go. As it flipped through the air, he closed his eyes. He couldn't bear to watch. The crowd was silent. What's gonna happen? He looked at the ground. Lying face up was Maurice Richard. Also face up was a player from the Toronto Maple Leafs. Uncle Jack had won the rounds. Now he had to decide which of the two cards to flip next. He was afraid to lose the Rocket, but at the same time, he wasn't afraid. As he picked up the cards, he glanced at the picture of his favorite player. He could have sworn Rocket Richard winked at him. He decided to flip the Rocket Richard card. It won! Again and again, Uncle Jack went with the Rocket. Each time, the cards turned up evens. One by one, Uncle Jack and the Rocket were winning Sylvester's cards. Sylvester looked miserable. By now, the crowd was cheering. Nothing like this had ever happened before. Sylvester Cornpot had only one card left. They flipped, and Uncle Jack won. The game was over. The Rocket was unbeatable. When Uncle Jack had finished telling me the story, I asked him if it was true. He reached into his pocket and pulled out a hockey card. It was bent at the corners and the colors were faded. "This is for you," he said with a smile. "Happy birthday." It was Uncle Jack's Maurice the Rocket Richard card. Isn't that nice?
Oh, wow!
I flipped the card just like my Uncle Jack did when he was a boy, and when I looked down, I could have sworn Maurice Richard winked at me.
Adam,
Yeah.
give me a wink. Thank you.
What a great birthday present. His Uncle Jack held on to that card for a very long time.
Wow-wee.
I bet it was really special.
Adam, I hope you have your card for a long time.
Yeah.
I hope you have yours too for a long time, Jay.
Thanks, Giselle. That was a great story. Did
It
you like
was.
it,
Yep.
Adam? Mm-hmm.
I think that he had a very special uncle.
Me too.
Every day you've got the need. Every day you've got to read. Bye.
Bye-bye.
The hockey card is my story from my book club, and it is written by Jack Simiatiki and Avi Slodovnik, and it is illustrated by Doris Barrett.
And published by Lobster Press.
To join my Big Backyard Book Club, log on to tvokids.com and click on the Big Backyard button.